Section 1. A Day of Reckoning. The Magnitude of D-Day. June 6, 1944, dawned like any other day, but destiny had other plans. This day, later christened D-Day, would change the course of history and redefine the very meaning of sacrifice. The Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy, France, in the largest seaborne invasion in history. Over 156,000 Allied troops participated in the initial assault. Thousands of ships, landing craft, and aircraft were deployed to overwhelm the German defenses. The Normandy landings were about human courage and sacrifice on an unimaginable scale. D-Day was a testament to the human spirit's indomitable will to overcome tyranny. The echoes of D-Day continue to resonate today, reminding us of the heavy price of freedom. Section 2. Genesis of Operation Overlord, the intricate planning. The success of D-Day hinged on meticulous planning by Allied military strategists. Operation Overlord involved coordinating the movements of hundreds of thousands of troops, warships, and aircraft. The English Channel's unpredictable weather and strong currents posed significant logistical hurdles. The Allies developed specialized landing craft and artificial harbors to facilitate the invasion. Deception tactics, including dummy installations and false intelligence, were used to mislead the Germans. The planning of D-Day was a remarkable feat of military strategy, logistics, and international cooperation. Section 3. Deceptions and misdirections. Allies outmaneuver the Germans. The element of surprise was crucial for the success of D-Day. The Allies launched an elaborate campaign of misinformation, codenamed Operation Fortitude. This intricate web of deception aimed to mislead the Germans about the location, timing, and scale of the invasion. Inflatable tanks and dummy landing craft were strategically positioned along the coast. Double agents provided false intelligence about Allied troop movements. The Germans, convinced that Calais was the primary objective, diverted troops and resources away from Normandy. The success of Operation Fortitude proved instrumental in securing the element of surprise for the D-Day landings. Section 4. The fateful day arrives, the landings on the Normandy beaches. The early hours of June 6, 1944, were shrouded in darkness, but the air crackled with anticipation. The first wave of the invasion, comprising paratroopers and glider infantry, was tasked with securing key bridges and roads inland. As dawn broke, the full force of the Allied assault crashed against the 5 designated landing beaches: Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. Thousands of landing craft, braving heavy seas and German fire, disgorged their human cargo onto the heavily fortified beaches. Omaha Beach became a scene of carnage as the Americans faced withering fire from well-entrenched German defenders. Canadian troops landing at Juno Beach encountered fierce opposition but pushed inland. British forces at Sword Beach managed to secure their objectives and link up with paratroopers. Section 5. A glimpse into chaos. Soldier stories from the front lines. Amidst the thunder of artillery and the chaos of battle, individual acts of courage and sacrifice defined the human cost of D-Day. The beaches of Normandy were a cacophony of explosions, gunfire, and the cries of the wounded. Soldiers from different nations, united by a common cause, faced unimaginable horrors as they stormed the fortified positions of the enemy. Each step forward was a testament to their bravery and determination. Private First Class Charles "Chuck" Shay, a Native American soldier, landed on Omaha Beach with the 1st Infantry Division. As he waded through the surf, bullets whizzed past him, and the water turned red with the blood of his fallen comrades. Shay, a medic, immediately set to work, tending to the wounded under relentless fire. His actions saved countless lives that day. He described the scene as hell on earth, witnessing his comrades being cut down around him. The air was thick with smoke and the deafening noise of warfare. Despite the chaos, Shay remained focused on his mission, driven by a sense of duty and the need to help his fellow soldiers. His bravery and dedication were a beacon of hope amidst the carnage. Sergeant Leo Gariepi, a Canadian paratrooper, landed behind enemy lines to secure a vital bridge near Caen. Dropping into the darkness, he and his unit faced immediate resistance from well-entrenched enemy forces. The mission was fraught with danger, but Gariepi's leadership and quick thinking were crucial in overcoming the obstacles they faced. Captain John Howard, a British officer, led a daring glider assault on Pegasus Bridge. The operation was meticulously planned, but the execution required nerves of steel. As the gliders touched down, Howard and his men sprang into action, engaging the enemy in fierce close-quarters combat. Their objective was clear: capture the bridge and hold it at all costs. His men, outnumbered and outgunned, managed to capture the bridge intact. The success of this mission was pivotal in ensuring the advance of Allied forces. Howard's leadership and the tenacity of his men turned the tide in this critical engagement. The capture of Pegasus Bridge became a symbol of the courage and ingenuity of the Allied forces. Howard, later awarded the Distinguished Service Order, described the fighting as intense but exhilarating. He recounted the moments of sheer terror and the adrenaline-fueled determination that drove his men to achieve their objective. The award was a testament to his exceptional leadership and the bravery of his unit. These stories provide a glimpse into the horrors and heroism of that fateful day. They remind us of the extraordinary sacrifices made by ordinary men in the face of overwhelming odds. Each story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unbreakable bonds forged in the crucible of war. The legacy of their courage continues to inspire future generations. Despite the heavy losses and fierce resistance, the Allied forces gradually gained a foothold in Normandy. The sheer scale of the invasion, coupled with the Allies' air superiority and naval bombardment, began to take its toll on the German defenders. The bocage countryside of Normandy, with its dense hedgerows and narrow lanes, proved to be a challenging battleground. The Germans used the terrain to their advantage, slowing the Allied advance. Despite these challenges, the Allies pressed forward, determined to liberate France. The Battle of Caen raged for weeks, with the Canadians playing a key role in capturing the city. American forces, led by General George Patton's Third Army, began a rapid advance across France. The liberation of France came at a heavy price. The Normandy campaign resulted in staggering casualties on both sides. The beaches of Normandy were transformed into scenes of unimaginable carnage. The civilian population of Normandy also suffered greatly during the fighting. The bombing and shelling of towns and villages left a trail of destruction. The liberation of France, though a cause for celebration, came at a high price. The sacrifices made on those beaches serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of war. D-Day marked a turning point in World War II. The successful Allied invasion of Normandy established a crucial second front in Western Europe. The liberation of France dealt a major psychological blow to the Nazi regime. The Normandy campaign had a profound impact on the course of the war. The German army suffered heavy losses in both men and materiel. The Allies, bolstered by their success in France, were able to liberate other occupied countries. The legacy of D-Day extends far beyond the battlefields of World War II. Decades after the guns fell silent in Normandy, the legacy of D-Day continues to resonate. The beaches, now peaceful and serene, stand as silent witnesses to the historic events that unfolded on their shores. Memorials and cemeteries dot the Normandy coastline, where visitors come to pay their respects to the fallen. Veterans return to these hallowed grounds to remember fallen comrades and share their stories. The D-Day Story Museum in Portsmouth, England, educates visitors about the significance of D-Day. Educational programs and commemorative events ensure that the sacrifices made on those distant beaches will never be forgotten. D-Day serves as a timeless reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of defending the values of freedom, democracy, and human dignity.